Meantime, Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi gets an earful from a reporter, but not the kind of reporter you think. Look at this.
Why do you support the NSA's illegal and ubiquitous data collection?
Well, I do not. I have questions about the metadata collection that they were collecting.
You did vote for a bill to continue funding for the NSA, though.
Yeah, of course. I don't think we should not fund the National Security Agency. From 9/11 on, the Bush administration went too far.
That wasn't Chris Wallace. That was Andrew Demeter. He's all of, I think, 16 years old. He's with Teen Take, YouTube channel. Andrew, how did this come about?
Well, I was in Washington, D.C. because I had entered into a annual documentary competition that C-SPAN hosts, and one of the documentaries that I had produced, called We the People, Genetically Modified, won that contest. So myself and the other top 4 winners were flown to D.C., and then speaking with Pelosi was one of our events on the itinerary.
Hearing the exchange the way I did it, it sounded like, what the hell have I got myself into? Who is this kid? Is that kind of the impression you got?
Yeah, I think she thought it was kind of going to be an easy thing to sort of just shoo away an easy photo opportunity, probably. And evidently, I confronted her, as you can see in the video, and hopefully it got her thinking a little bit.
I'm not so sure about that, because one of the things that happens with these type of events is that they say, well, you know, you were waiting to pounce, and you were waiting for your YouTube moment, and you were waiting to appear on shows like mine. What do you say?
Well, I think I was honestly just fulfilling the position that the mainstream media doesn't. Unfortunately, reporters are complacent. They're tied to their government and corporate entities that sponsor them. So I think I was just fulfilling my obligation as a citizen to go out, confront a politician, ask them a legitimate question. I wasn't trying to make Pelosi look bad or anything. I just had a serious concern, and I wanted to voice that to her.
And I was very impressed by it, and you did so very well without being obnoxious. I guess what did you make of her answer, where she was saying, you know, this is really, I'm paraphrasing here, and you know better than I, she was saying this is really Bush's fault. And that's a familiar refrain I hear in Washington these days. That might or might not be the case, but that it's the other guy's fault. What did you think?
Yeah. I think it's absolutely hypocritical, because Bush, ironically, he signed into law post 9/11 the Patriot Act, which essentially did the same things that the current NSA does. So for her to be against what the Bush administration did post 9/11, these surveillance programs that is warrantless wiretapping in effect, I think it's hypocritical for her now under the Obama administration to say, oh, well, I support this now that Obama, a fellow Democrat, supports as well.
How old are you?
16.
Could I introduce you to my daughter? That's a whole separate issue. Andrew, thank you very, very much. Very good having you.
Thank you.
Very impressive young man. All right.